Today, I have asked Councilwoman Lynn Brewer to open us up in prayer today, so if everybody would stand.
Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day, Lord, and I thank you for the chance to participate in this council, Lord, and just help us, help the administration itself, help all the leaders we have of the city, Lord, to honor you through everything we do and make sound decisions that would honor you, Lord. And I thank you for the citizens of Fort Payne, Lord, and just help us represent them the way you'd have us represent them and bring honor to you. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Honey, I want to ask you if you would lead us in the pledge.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, I'd like to welcome everybody here today. Has everybody had a chance to look over the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, you have your payments of accounts. Any comments or questions on those?
Make a motion to pay the bill.
Got a motion to pay the bills? Do we have a second? Got a second? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay. We have two public hearings today. We will open the floor for the first to receive comment on the proposed issuance of a restaurant retail alcohol license to El Rey Mexican Restaurant located at 904 Galt Avenue North. The Alcohol Committee has met on the 15th and gave its approval for the application. Anybody here to speak in favor or against?
Make a motion to close.
Okay. Got a motion and a second to close. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Next public hearing we're open is to receive comment on the proposed tax sharing agreement with Chick-fil-A. The agreement must be validated by the DeKalb Circuit Court. Anybody here to speak on behalf of Chick-fil-A for or against?
I make a motion to close.
Okay, got a motion to close, got a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Move on down to our ordinances and resolutions. We got resolution 2017-10 authorizing adoption of the DeKalb County Emergency Operations Plan.
Eddie, you want to speak to that?
I wasn't in on all the meetings, but it's basically the same as we've had for years on the operation plans of should we have an event in the DeKalb County, an operation to follow.
This just brings us current, right?
Yes.
I make a motion with that.
I'll second.
They got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
That's an every 2-year deal, and without it, we can't apply for FEMA funds, so we got to have it.
Just a formality. Okay, resolution 2017-11 authorizing the city's participation in an economic development agreement with Chick-fil-A Incorporated.
This is the actual agreement that we'll have approved before we go forward.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Resolution 2017-12 is authorizing City Attorney Watson to file validation proceedings with the Circuit Court to confirm the legality of the agreement between the City of Fort Payne and Chick-fil-A Incorporated.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, resolution 2017 13, authorizing legal action against the DeKalb County Commission in regards to proposed implementation of an additional cost to house city prisoners. You want to speak on that, Rocky?
I will. Of course, fortunately, this doesn't affect the city of Fort Payne as much as it does a lot of the other communities in DeKalb County. If you will recall, we had received notice back before the first of the year that the county commission was going to impose a $20 per day charge on housing city prisoners. Many years ago, or several years ago, before the jail was built, based on the representation by the county commission that we would have, we being the cities, would have a free place to house our prisoners, the cities supported the passing of legislation which imposed a $40 per case court cost on every case in DeKalb County. And I don't think, although I'm not 100% sure that that's limited to criminal cases, I think it applies to every divorce case and every other civil case that's filed also. All county cases, all city cases, and all of that money goes to the county commission in order to run and pay for the jail. We had a meeting last week, I think, I'm not sure exactly what day, but we had a meeting here. Every municipality in the city or in the county was represented with the exception of Powell's. They have been contacted since, and I don't know what their position is, but everyone, all of the cities approved going forward if necessary, and this is, we don't know yet that it's going to be necessary, with filing a legal action to address this situation. The DeKalb County Commission, just before the first of the year, gave an extension until April the 1st. They had indicated they were going to take another look at it. They have not given us any indication of whether they are now going to impose this on April the 1st or not. I have sent a letter to the county attorney and the county commission chairman and the county administrator requesting some answer about what they intend to do on or before March 10th. The purpose of passing this resolution is, and I think each city that was attending this meeting plans to pass this resolution. I talked to the lawyer for Rainsville. They're going to pass it tonight. The city of Idaho is going to have a special meeting to pass it, and the others are going to pass it in due course. But this gives us the authority to, if we get either no answer or an answer that they plan on imposing on April 1st, it gives us 20 days to try to get in front of the court and start addressing this situation before the implementation takes place. Hopefully this authorization will never be used and we'll work out something that's everybody can live with before April 1st, but we want to be ready to go. We don't want to wind up like we did last time where we got very short notice and we were scrambling around trying to figure out what to do to avoid those expenses. Anybody got any questions about that? Okay. If y'all have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them after the meeting.
We have a motion.
So moved.
Okay, got a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, going on down to new business. Discussion of donation request from Leadership DeKalb. I'm going to defer to the mayor and let him address this.
Jason Harper talked with me yesterday afternoon. There is a legislative reception to be held shortly. I don't remember the dates, right after the 1st of March sometime.
I think it's March 15th.
And they want for the leadership, the DeKalb class to go to that reception and get a chance to meet the governor and all the dignitaries and their representatives and all 9 of their representatives as far as this county is concerned. And they are requesting funds to more or less handle the expenses. They've already received funds from Sand Mountain Electric Co-op, Northeast College. I don't have my papers in front of me, I'm trying to remember. 5 or 6 different entities, and they're asking us for about $500. I guess the question that I had was, it is a government-sponsored program. Can we or can we not? The county commission donated. They were one. So I guess that's.
In my opinion, unfortunately, this is not an organization, just like the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts and all of those. It's a charitable organization, but it's not one that we can make contributions to. It's not a governmental agency that the money would be going to, so we can't fund that.
And I told Jason that I'd bring it up in the council, and we go from there. Does everybody agree with that?
Everybody in agreement?
I'll notify him, or you'll talk to him.
I'll talk to him. Okay. Next is consideration for approval for the restaurant retail alcohol license to El Rey Mexican Restaurant. Do we have a motion?
Approved by the alcohol board?
Yes, it was approved by the alcohol board.
Where is it?
Yes, 904 Galt.
Richard King, Joe Fayetteville.
We're
Fayetteville.
Borders Grill, most recent.
I don't know what they recommend, I make those. I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Have a second? Okay, we have a second, motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. Okay. City Attorney Watson to discuss a property description issue for the downtown walkthrough.
We talked about it in the work session, but for the public, it's not uncommon, particularly when you have a lot of old subdivisions and old descriptions, to have some overlaps. The description of our walkthrough down on Galt Avenue, actually, it was discovered during the sale of the building next to it that there is, in fact, about a 3 or 4 foot overlap into their building. Obviously, everybody knows where our walk-through ends. It's where the wall of the building is. And the easiest, cheapest way to solve that, and the lawyer on the sale is going to prepare a property or a boundary line agreement that says that the wall of that building is the line. And y'all just need to authorize the execution of that when he gets it ready. It didn't come up till this morning, or I'd had it to you earlier.
So moved.
Got a motion, second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay.
I've got a description if anybody wants to see it.
I've got
Brought it up.
copies of it.
All right, activity permit. Andrea McCurdy, Friends of DeKalb County Animal Adoption Center, a fundraising run, pre-approved route Saturday, April the 22nd, 2017, from 7 until noon.
I would like to set this one aside because I hadn't had a chance to talk to this lady yet. And I saw an email this morning that she sent on Thursday or Friday one, but I didn't get it. So if y'all let me maybe go to the
Okay, so we'll table this till next meeting.
Let me know, Randy, when you find out which route. She's on her application. She just had a pre-approved route. So.
Okay. All right.
I have one more thing.
Yes.
We were budgeted a couple of 3 or 4 vehicles, and we tried to opt to buy those things locally. And in order to do that, we had to write bids out for these vehicles, and it's been a nightmare because I didn't want to exclude any of the local dealerships that might bid on them. I finally have those things ready. And with y'all's permission, if I can get with Clerk Parker, we can get those things set out and put maybe a 10-day limit on them so we can go ahead and get those things ordered. It's just been hard
Yes.
because we don't want to buy them out of Montgomery because we had so much problems with those folks down there. But if we can buy them locally, I think we would be prepared to do that.
Authorize the bids.
Yeah.
Okay, got a motion and second to authorize bids on the new police vehicles. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, Mayor, it's all on the agenda.
Two or three things. I thought I would kind of tell everybody how the status of our streetlight program is going. We are 53% complete with changing over the streetlights to LEDs. And at the rate we're going now, based on this year versus last year, it appears that we're saving at the rate of $142,000 per year. So once that's done, we should be somewhere around $275,000 savings per year, which is much better than what we thought it would be. Has to do with investment charges primarily and line loss charges. So that's going very well. We approved some streetlights last time, Randy, and they haven't been done as of yet. Did you get that too, the improvement?
Got it all, Andy, poll numbers and all that stuff.
Okay, well, I checked on those the other night and they still were not up. Everybody knows about the Renfro deal. I got an email in the mail this morning that was actually written by the company office in Mount Airy, more or less saying why they didn't enlarge the operation in Mount Airy, they did in Fort Payne, Alabama. It's a very complimentary piece that was in one of the newspapers. And basically this says that there will be increasing space, basically. I don't know whether they're planning on building it to the existing place or somewhere else. But everybody's aware of that, and that's going to be a boom to our area. I got a bill from the railroad wanting us to pay for encroachment on right-of-ways, sewer lines, and what have you. They had refigured the bill. We've been paying $200 a year. And we now owe them $8,441 a year, which I thought was a little ridiculous. But I got back in with them and I talked to them, and we've got that cut down to $2,870 a year with a 3% rate increase each year thereafter. Don't have any type of contract back from them. I've sent back and said that we would prefer them to write us up a contract. And she answered back and said, get it to you pretty quick. So that's the way we stand on that. And that's about all I've got.
All right. Anybody in the audience have any comments? Any of our department heads have any comments that you were not able to address in our work session? All right. Again, we thank you for coming. Yeah, our login issue that we have, Rocky has drafted a proposed ordinance that we will be putting out in the newspaper. The Times Journal will be running this for us, and we'll be taking comments and all on this proposed ordinance. We'll get it back and we'll try to get something out to approve. Hopefully end of March, 1st of April, have something in place. So
Our first meeting is the 7th, is that right?
Yes.
We won't have a problem getting at least bullet points out before the 7th, and we're gonna give them to the newspaper and let them publish that, I hope, just in its entirety. We're asking for written comments back. We'll try to have it, although I'm not gonna 100% promise, but I think we can have it in ordinance form by the March 7th meeting, which would entitle us to have a first reading there. If subsequent to that time, there were some changes we wanted to make, but based on the discussions and the input we had, then we could make those changes and still pass it at the second meeting, which would be the 21st. And I think realistically, we probably ought to expect a little bit of delay, and the real likelihood is it'll be passed at the first meeting in April, because I think we'll probably get enough comments that we'll want to take a little longer than a 2-week look at it. Hopefully not, but probably.
Worst case scenario, second meeting in April, but I think we get everything done that we need to do. I think April, we can adopt this ordinance out and get everybody plenty of time to look it over. And we're seeking written comments because we've had the personal comments at council meetings. So that gives us, a week or so to get written comments to City Hall. Then we can get those and look them over before we have that first meeting in March and get it down to the point where it's something I think that we can work with.
One more thing before we leave today. I just wanted to remind everybody, there's some cleanup efforts going on for our town. We as a council are looking at things that we can do to clean up our area. So I would just ask everybody to be aware of those things. If you see a side road or something that needs the trash picking up, go out and pick that trash up, because together we can all make Fort Payne a whole lot cleaner. And it's being aware of those things and making everybody else aware of those things that, if we all pitch in and do our part, then, we can make Fort Payne clean. So.
We need to, on that note, Brian, you're right, I think we need to encourage people to use liners and bags. I've noticed that a lot of people are just putting their garbage in the containers loose, and a lot of that's gonna blow out of the garbage trucks.
Right, and a lot of these things that we experience is educating folks and letting them know stuff like that. You would think that it would be common sense to most folks, but sometimes you have to put it in their hand and show them how to do it.
Well, and it's just taking pride in our community, I think.
Right. And, and I think we were put on this council to make the best decisions for Fort Payne, and I feel like, that's one of the decisions that we need to do and make Fort Payne clean again.
And every chance you get, don't fail to mention the recycle center.
That's right.
It's doing real good. They've got it looking real nice over there, and a lot of people's using it. That's good.
And I'd like to encourage more folks to use that. And I tell you, once you get started recycling, it's hard to throw a plastic bottle away or a plastic bag away. And it would just, all these things will help our community. So I encourage you to get out there and help us keep things clean.
I want to brag on our folks that's done a good job through the years trying to pick up. It's an ongoing battle that we battle all the time. I mean, they can pick up and everything looking good, and
right.
A week later it looks terrible again. So thank y'all for at least fighting it, and maybe we get a little bit better.
Yep.
Wish we catch somebody, but it's hard to do.
I wrote a letter ticket the other day myself.
Yay.
I sure did. Friday afternoon.
Good for you.
Not bragging, but I just threw a bag out right in front of me and got it.
All right.
Well, before we leave, I just wanted to recognize Steve Black and his school video production. What's their class actually called?
AV Communications.
Okay. They're here today, and
I encourage you, if you've not ever been up there to see their studio, you need to go up there and just go through the studio. It is absolutely amazing what they've done up there and what Steve's done with that class.
Good to have y'all here, Steve.
More than the studio, make them show you the video on our Fort Payne school system that was entirely done by these students. It is as impressive as anything you'll ever see on television, I promise you. I was terribly impressed the other night when I watched it at the school board. And these kids are doing a great job. Steve's doing a great job. We appreciate you.
I think that's the only classroom like that in the state of Alabama, is that right?
That has a TV station. We're the only school in the state that has a TV station, maybe the nation.
And at Channel 5?
That's right.
All right. Motion to adjourn? All right.
What's the value of all this?
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's fun to go to school now. It's like a college event.